Hello, everybody. Welcome to Club Passim for tonight's open mic. My name is Maddie. I will be running sound for you all this evening and sort of facilitating it all. Before I go over the open mic stuff, though, I have a few things to say about Club Passim. First, I'd like to point out our emergency exits. This is one of them, and then the other is the door you came in through this evening. I'd like to say hello to anybody tuning in on the live stream and thank Abby for running that live stream, as well as thank Katie, who you met at the box office, and your server, Vella. I hope you're kind to everybody working this evening. How many of you have never been to Club Passim before? Okay, lots of new people tonight. Welcome. And do we have any Club Passim members in the club tonight? Okay, sweet. Thanks for being here. If you didn't know already, Club Passim is a nonprofit arts organization. We've been a nonprofit since the 90s, but we've been right here in Harvard Square since 1958, so it's been a long time bringing live music to Cambridge and to the greater Boston community. As a nonprofit, we get to do tons of really cool things. We get to have a school of music upstairs. We give grants to local musicians. We put on a whole free summer concert series that just kicked off last Wednesday. And it's actually our biannual fundraising month. So if the spirit moves you and you are interested in membership, there are some cards on the table that will tell you a bit more about that. I will say that members get into certain shows for free, including open mics. So if you are a regular at the open mics or you want to become a member and become a regular, you could come for free. So just thought I'd mention that. So the way that the open mic runs here at Club Passim is everybody's going to get either 2 songs or 10 minutes, whichever comes first. So if you're trying to do like Stairway to Heaven, you might only get to do Stairway to Heaven. So plan accordingly. When you get up here, there are 3 options for sitting or standing. Sitting is here. You've got the vocal mic, an instrument mic if your instrument does not plug in, and then a line to plug into your instrument if it does. Here you can come and stand, and then also similarly instrument mic and a line. And then also we've got the piano station over here. So you can just get up and pick where you'd like to be. If you're going to plug in a guitar or whatever, just if you want to strum it a little bit, make sure it's coming through the house. I'll be back there running sound the whole time, so I'll be able to help if anybody has any questions. But now I'll go through my names. If you hear your name and you no longer want to perform, if you don't hear your name and you think you should be performing and should hear your name, or if I mispronounce your name, please come back and see me and I'll make sure it all works out. But we're going to start off tonight with Alex Miller. Then we're going to have John Gorey. Then we're going to have John O'Halloran. Then Luana Clarino, Amelia Kate, Dan London, Rebecca Berlin, Pace J, and Rich Wiley. So yeah, let's give it up for Alex.
I'm Alex. I live in Davis Square, and I play cello. I was very inspired. I went to a concert 2 months ago of the Beat Trio, which is a banjo, harp, and percussion group. And I've been, thinking about many of their songs and how they feel like, so this was inspired by that. And I will play something else for you. So that was inspired by Julio, which was a piece written by written for cello, and a song from a recent Bela Fleck album. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Alex. Next up, we've got John Gorey, and John O'Halloran is on deck. I did forget to mention when I was up on stage, but if you want to tune before you play, feel free to do so out in the lobby. And yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is John. I haven't been on this stage, or at least the last time I was, it was the 1900s. I'm come back because I I wrote a musical this past year because that's how I do my midlife crises, I guess. I'm going to play you two songs from it. It's called Robin and the Merry Men. It's sort of a feminist riff on Robin Hood set in mid-90s London, in like the Britpop era. I'm going to play two songs that are just sort of the love songs, so they don't really have a lot to do with the plot, so you can kind of pick up on it. This one, Robin is a lead singer in a band, and she's playing this song when Marion walks in at one point. It's called Falling Hard. Somebody, she makes me queasy, like when the bus speeds up too fast. I never thought it could be so easy. She don't know all about my past, how I've fallen hard before. I feel like I've got a little secret, like a letter slid underneath my door. It's in my bag, I don't want to read it. Sometimes it's best not to know for sure, 'cause I'm falling hard for sure. Should I take my heart out of the drawer? It's all bruised and scarred and sore, 'cause I've fallen hard before. I never understood how to love when I was younger. I may be damaged goods, but the pain has made me stronger. Midnight scaries and ruminations rifle through my restless mind. Lead me not into temptation, unless it might work out this time. 'Cause I've fallen hard before, like a shooting star burned up meteor. If I let my guard down for her, and I wind up shards on the floor, 'cause I've fallen hard before, and I'm falling hard for her. There's that one. Thank you. By the way, Alex, that was so good, and that was a very tough act to follow. Thank you for opening us up. This one, if you don't mind, I'm going to take a swig and wet my whistle. This is a song from Act 2. This one is called What I Wouldn't Do Without You. Just like in any Robin Hood story, there's a jailbreak, and Marion is outside the police station keeping watch, and she kind of sings this song, marveling at the kind of person she's become, having met this kind of wild and very Robin Hood-like woman. You could shoot out the stars and still see in the dark. You make me act like and I like that you do. You could nick the crown jewels. You go and break all the rules. You make me act dance like a fool, and I like that you do. Haven't I learned my lesson? I should keep my head down. You got me second guessing that whenever you are around. Oh, what I wouldn't do when I'm with you. I would run through the rain without my shoes. I would make like a bomb and you lit my fuse. What I wouldn't do when I'm with you. You could fly on the breeze. You make me weak in the knees. You make me want to believe in something better and new. You could trick all the banks. Yeah, like it's some kind of prank. They'd shake your hand and say thanks, good doing business with you. You got me intoxicated. I had the sky falling down. You got me intoxicated and let me into the clouds. Oh, what I wouldn't do when I'm with you. I would dye my hair green, get a big tattoo. Yeah, I'll fill up a scene to make the evening news. Nothing I wouldn't do when I'm with you. Sorry, struggling to remember the words. Thank you all very much. My name is John Gorey, JONGOREY.com, etc. Have a great night.
Don't forget to unplug. You're good. Thank you again, John. Next up, we've got John O'Halloran. And is Luana here? Just checking. No? Okay, so then after John, we will have Amelia Kate.
Finally made it. A long way round. I have no memory, so I'm gonna read the Bible for you. I'm losing my eyes too. Okay. Maybe the first one I'll do. It's the hardest one. Here we are. And la la la. It's been a while. I mean, I've been here, but it's kind of been a while since I felt comfortable up here doing this. All right. The microphone. Okay, so I'm going to look very intellectual maybe. All right. This song is called One Day Back. I think I wrote it a while ago. Okay. But I still don't know it. drag to see. The lines on the road go under me. The breaking distance of a train. Nights were laced in perfect harmony. Moving out under the rain. Your tracks all make up this breaking heart. Picture it all just traveling by your side. Haven't you heard the news that love's the only way? Haven't you heard it? Lost in my only world. Love to be here with my girl. Lost in happiness is bliss unfold. Love to let my baby hold me tight. Morning's window opens up the day. Light-hearted bluebirds got so much to say. Poking her nose in from a world of dreams. Little bluebirds got backwards knees. Float on a poke boat and let yourself in. Open your heart code and let the world back in. Whatever you take it, son. You live by your freedoms or you're stuck with the gun. Lost in my only world. Love to be here with my girl. Lost in happiness is bliss unfold. Love to let my baby hold me tight. Isn't it lovely to be here again? Aren't these moments just what we're waiting for? What would you give for just one day back? What would you give to keep this train on the track? Thank you very much. That's the happy song. Okay, and here comes the sad song. All right. Sounds good enough. Oh, this sounds terrible. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, good enough. All right. This is called World Go Round. I see one man standing, another one breaking down. I see a farmer on the hole spreading water on the ground. I see a young man growing, another man leaving town. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? What makes the world go round, Lord? What makes the world go round? Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? Old man on a bicycle, woman on a path. Wheels go slowly round and round, trace out the map. Children in possession, marching into town. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? What makes the world go round, Lord? What makes the world go round? Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? I see a big black taxi, a big black telephone. I see a white horse coming for to carry me back home. To the camps of my forefathers, to the burial ground. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? What makes the world go round, Lord? What makes the world go round? Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? I've been out on the prairie, I've been in the belly of town. I heard that ancient voice telling me to turn around, searching for a vision, looking for a sound. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? What makes the world go round, Lord? What makes the world go round? Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? Old man in procession, their medals hanging down. Young men left behind, bodies swallowed in the ground. Good wives go to church, yeah, children gathered round. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? One tribe simply nomads herd their flocks around. One tribe replaced by war, resettled on the ground. Any day's a good day to repent and turn around. Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? What makes the world go round, Lord? What makes the world go round? Lord, Lord, what makes the world go round? Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, John. Next up, we'll have Amelia Kate, and then Dan London. You are on deck.
Hi, y'all. Hi. too. Thank you for doing sound back there. Appreciate you. John, those songs were so beautiful, man. They really were. Hi, my name's Amelia Kate. I am a singer-songwriter. I'm from around here. This is super cool for me to do. I've never done this before at Club Passim, and this is such a cool venue. So thank you guys for having all of us here. I write songs to process moments in my life, difficult times, etc., etc. So if any of these feel personal for you, it's because they're super, super, super personal to me, and I hope you like them. This first one's called Bunny Ears.
I walk to your room like I always do. Stare at the pictures on your walls. I never made the cut, you never made the call. And I remember every time you could not look me in the eyes, and I always just let it slide. But here's some things you might want to memorize. My freckles come out in the summer. I tie my laces with bunny ears, and oh my God, it was a bummer when you forgot my birthday last year and you couldn't tell me my middle name. When we went driving to the beach, you say it's all the same, but it's not the same to me. It's not the same to me. You cheer for her now. We both know she should just get out, and you want me to come back home to inflate your ego, show how far back we go. And the next one lines up to take my place, innocent and stupid and desperate for praise. In 6 months we both know where she'll be, wondering how she ended up just like me, singing my freckles come out in the summer. I tie my laces with bunny ears, and oh my God, it was a bummer when you forgot my birthday last year and you couldn't tell me my middle name. When we went driving to the beach, you say it's all the same, but it's not the same to me. It's not the same to me. Was what we had even real? Were we more than mass appeal? Do you miss me now that you drove me away? And when you're walking down those halls, do you realize you didn't know me at all? Stare at the pictures on your walls. I never made the cut, so please don't make another call. I tie my laces with bunny ears. My freckles come out in the summer. I tie my laces with bunny ears, and oh my God, it was a bummer when you forgot my birthday last year and you couldn't tell me my middle name. When we went driving to the beach, you say it's all the same, but it's not the same to me. Thank you. That was fun. This next one is called Worse. And by the way, if you want to hear more of my songs, I am on Instagram, so you can find me there. It's my name, Amelia Kate Music. Guess. How did you know? Ooh, that's not right.
Focusing on the wind, on my pace, on the cold, on the chill, anything to forget your face. Oh, 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 you're smug, oh, you're good at being bad, and if someone goes home crying, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing gets you down, nothing makes you mad. If there's something wrong with you, you'll just blame it on your dad. But don't act like you weren't the worst, like you did anything but hurt, like I did anything but learn to live with your indifference. Don't act like you gave me a call. You just stood there and watched me lose it all. And you don't understand all the walls I put up. How could I get so distant? And you don't understand why I'm different. 'Cause you never cared enough to listen. You replace me with one of my clothes. Get the next girl in line to put up with your jokes. And the sadness is deep in my bones. But hey, I still love you. Just so you know, I don't act like you weren't the worst, like you did anything but hurt, like I did anything but learn to live with your indifference. Don't act like you gave me a call. You just stood there and watched me lose it all. And you don't understand all the walls I put up. How could I get so distant? And you don't understand why I'm different. Cause you never cared enough to listen. It's a hard pill to swallow. I wish that you wanted to know why all my words got so hollow. They get stuck, trapped in my throat. And know when I got so low, I hit the ground, and all of you just stood around and watched me crawl, watched me cry, and laughed and said, yeah, she's alright. I can't believe I let you in just so you could walk out again. You call yourself my friends. God, I'm so over it. I wish I was over it. I wish I was over it now. Don't act like you weren't the worst, like you did anything but hurt me, like I did anything but learn to live with your indifference. Don't act like you gave me a call. You just stood there and watched me lose it all. And you don't understand all the walls I put up. How could I get so distant? And you don't understand why I'm different. Cause you never cared enough to listen. You don't understand why things are different. Cause you never cared enough to listen. You never cared. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good John plug.
Thank you so much, Amelia. Next up, we've got Dan London, and then Rebecca Berlin. You are on deck.
Getting closer. Thanks for everybody coming out tonight. It's a beautiful pre-summer day. That's all the weather talk for the evening. Which is our artist, the nonconformist that made good targets. Which is our artist, and we're all witches these days. Which is our artist, the nonconformist that made good targets. Which is our artist, and we're all witches these days. It's faulty logic if we all non-conform, ain't that conform a project? Look to your conscience, you'll be a witchy in your way. Let's not throw stones here. I don't have no answers, I just got my own fear. Which is our artist? Let's hear what they might say. Razor focus weird, razor focus left, razor focus weird, raise your fist up, razor focus left, razor focus attitude, razor focus left, raise your fist, raise your fist. Which is our lovers? Love the world, you'll love each other. Which is our lovers? We need more witches these days. Pollen keeps falling, tears in my eyes on a yellow morning. Which is our artist? This is how they pray.
Razor focus with razor bolted attitude. Razor focus lid, razor just in gratitude, yeah. Razor focus lid, razor focus attitude. Raise your fist in love. Raise your fist in love. Which is our artists. Now, when people get up here and say, well, I just wrote that, and forgive me for getting the words, it always bugs me, but nevertheless, I just wrote that, and forgive me for forgetting the words. It's weird, like my glasses, they sort of, I can't see it. But anyway, this next song is called The King of Marbles. They call my daddy the king of marbles, 'cause he could roll. They call my daddy the king of marbles, how he could roll. Making love and playing poker, you do the job until it's over. They call my daddy the king of marbles, how he could roll. They call my mama the queen of trouble, that's all she knew. They call my mama the queen of trouble, that's all she knew. Well, it ain't no sin to be a sinner. You play the game till there's a winner. They call my daddy the king of marbles. They call my daddy the king of marbles. They call my daddy the king of marbles. How he could roll. How he could roll. Find yourself at the top of the hill. You best roll over if you can't stand still, yeah. How he could roll. Sooner or later the whole thing crumbles and down he goes. Sooner or later the whole thing crumbles and down he goes. My mom and me, we moved to Jersey, where we can free of glass and mercy. They call my daddy the king of marbles. They call my daddy the king of marbles. They call my daddy the king of marbles. How he could roll. How he could roll. How he could roll. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dan. Next up, we've got Rebecca Berlin, and then Pace J, you are on deck. Vela just reminded me, we are about to close the kitchen, so if anybody wants to put in any last-minute food orders, they're just going to walk around and you can tell them real quick.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Great. Oh, no, thank you. Is it okay if I move this? All right. Well, hello. As I impale myself with the mic, I knew it needed to be closer, not that close. All right. Well, we're going to start off with a more humorous song, so I guess it's great that I'm doing a bit by hitting myself in the face. I'm Rebecca, and this is my first time here at this mic. I'm in town on doing some other shows, so this is lovely to be here. All right, so is that good enough sound-wise? Yes. All right, so this song is about two different perspectives on life. One is mine, which is sometimes life is beautiful, sometimes it's terrible.
but you just have to learn how to roll with the punches. And I don't really believe that believing in only happy endings or catastrophic endings is the right approach. But then my mom has another more interesting way of thinking about the world. Hers is if it's not the worst case scenario, you should be fine. And she's exhibited this by complaining about my dad sometimes and being like, you know what though? I'm not mad anymore, because at least he's not a murderer. Which does not satisfy me at all. But this is a song about my mom and I and our juxtaposed life positions. Stop hitting that. It's called Simultaneously. At least he's not a murderer. That's what she said. At least you don't have to worry about closing your eyes and going to bed. Can't you be happy with the minimum? Grateful you're not the worst case scenario. Oh, 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 oh. What's a little heartbreak? Anyways, you'll be okay. At least it's not a war zone. No bombs falling from the sky, and you're not a refugee fleeing oppression. Minute by minute wondering if you survive. It's just a feeling state. Why don't you meditate? Mediate your pain with an extra glass of red wine. Oh, oh, fall asleep in the bed you made. There's no happy, no ever or after in this ending. There's no comparison. There's nothing that could have prepared me to be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. To be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. At least I'm probably not dying. Least far as I know, I guess it's possible I'm dying, rotting from the inside out, unaware till it starts to show. And then there's nothing left to hope for except to let the clock run till there's no minutes left. Oh, 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 it's strange, but I'm not scared by that. There's no happy, no ever or after in this ending. There's no comparison. There's nothing that could have prepared me to be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. To be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. Maybe all I get is a hologram, a blurry picture of what might have been if I wasn't such a messed up, fallible human. If everything I touched didn't turn into ruin. Oh, 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 no happy, no ever or after in this ending. There's no comparison. There's nothing that could have prepared me to be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. To be everywhere, nowhere, everything and nothing simultaneously. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Simultaneously. Simultaneously. No, thank you so much. All right, well, this next one is my newest song. I sort of needed a lullaby for myself because I think a lot of times, I don't know if anyone can relate. I'm sure no one in this room as a sensitive artist can relate to this. The feeling that you're not far enough along in your life, like you haven't been enough, you haven't done enough. And sometimes I just need literally my own voice being like, shh, calm down. So that's what this song is about. It's called Silver in the Stone. Hush now, close your eyes. it's worth being brave. You're more than what you've lost along the way. Steady course, just to stay. There's so much more just waiting to unfold. And maybe you're the silver in the stone. I know you feel alone, floating in an endless sea and wondering if anybody notices. But I'm here, and I won't let go. Let love carry the weight. It's strong enough to take on what it needs to. It can hold you, and it's worth being brave. You're more than what you've lost along the way. Steady course, just to stay. There's so much more just waiting to unfold. And maybe you're the silver in the stone. Let the light shine on your scars. Finally see the masterpiece. 'Cause you are worth being brave. You're more than what you've lost along the way. Steady course, just to stay. There's so much more just waiting to unfold. And maybe you're the silver in the stone. Yes, maybe you're the silver in the stone. Thank you so much. If you like what you hear, it's _Rebecca Berlin and RebeccaBerlin.com.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. Next up, we've got Pace J, and then on deck is Rich Wiley.
Good evening, Club Passim. Thank you. I was here just last week when a friend did a album release show, and we made a joke that I could not fit on the stage, and now I can go home and report back that I indeed fit. Very thrilled about that. I'm Pace, and I'm going to play 2 tunes for you. Been wandering for days, got my lips cracked to the sun. Lord, I've been praying for the rain, but I don't think it's gonna come. And my tears are running dry. The thoughts of yesterday, Mother Mary
inner child. Go on, clean my cares away. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. And my shoulders to the plow, but my knees are giving away. This old ox is breaking down, and the fields are turning gray. And his rod is made of iron, oh, so they say. Hold it strong to be your guide. Shame God wasn't on the other side. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am. Here I am.
Thank you, everybody. That's a song called Here I Am, if you could guess. And here I am here. I am Pace. And I go by Pace J, P-A-C-E-J-A-Y. If you're on Instagram, it's Pace J Music. I'm the only one there. But yeah, I play a lot of, I'm a Somervillian myself. I play a lot of shows in the Cambridge, Somerville area. So when I do have stuff coming up, it is on my Instagram. But this is my first time on the stage of Passim, so I'm thrilled to share the evening with you all. I write a lot of songs about places I go and places I've lived. I've lived in Massachusetts for a long time now, but this is a song about my roots. I went walking after sunset, and the fireflies burning up the sky. I heard the frogs sing a summer symphony. It's a tune I've heard since I was just a boy. My roots are calling me back to the dirt where I was growing. My mama calls me, it's time for supper, and I came a-running from the fields behind the house. The taste of blue crab, baptized in butter, with little bits of corn still stuck between my teeth. My roots are calling me back to the dirt where I was grown. For just a moment, I'll quit wandering, 'cause I found something that makes my heart sing. A lullaby that brings me back to you. My Bear Creek Whitehall blues. We're in the driveway, we're shooting baskets. I tried 100 times before I went to bed. Got caught dreaming I'd be like Michael, be painted red with a bull's horn on my chest. My roots are calling me back to the dirt where I was grown. For just a moment, I'll quit wandering, 'cause I found something that makes my heart sing. A lullaby that brings
brings me back to you. My Bear Creek Whitehall blues. Now as the page turns, I'm getting older, and these city lights are bright so you can't see that all the gardens are paved in concrete, like highways are something we can't eat. My roots are calling me back to the dirt where I was growing. For just a moment, I'll quit wandering, 'cause I found something that makes my heart sing, a lullaby that brings me back to you. For just a moment, I'll quit wandering, 'cause I found something that makes my heart sing, a lullaby that brings me back to you. My Bear Creek Whitehall front yard baseball ripped my blue jeans, t-shirt stained green. Bear Creek Whitehall blues. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pace. Next up, we've got Rich Wiley, and then we're going to end out the night tonight with Drip.
Tough act to follow there, big guy. I'm not as tall or handsome. Also, I am just going to do some poetry if that's all right with everybody. I can feel you crying from here, down in my cold, cold room, girl. I'm so alone without you, beautiful love. Years of splendid tears for the poor and troubled, ended with more fears in a form of a shovel. Just dig yourself deeper and sleep neath the rubble. You seek, but the meek need their secret little bubbles. Let mean streets be your puddle and keep from subtle leakage. No matter how some struggle, others hate to hear them speaking. So concentrate on your fate, being that you had an imagination that was innately creating terrifying faces and shapes out of every single place and situation that you find yourself facing. And the only way to cope tonight's to hope the right patience of escaping these places painted blank. And I might explain these nights to the mightily frightened psyches who are biting at the whites of the eyes that are trying to fight. Please excite me politely or freeze with the trite sheep. Cry, silent trees, for every winter like nightly. Die because your splinters cause bleeding deep inside. We folk are seeking roads that lead to solace, where the free can grow taller and flow above the squalor. I've grown up to know of no running for dollars. Food, shelter, love, and water are my chosen collars, because I have been let down by angels and picked up by devils, and I'm feeling sick from the weather and being tricked by my brethren. And I have been broke, smokeless, starving to death and choking. The harder it is for hope and the closer I get so broken. Open heads I'm open under the depth I'm toting. A soak in effect has the breadth of emotions just to misdirect the daggers that hide the cloak, kids. I've had to set my focus upon dethroning of jokers by condoning guesses that infect my friendships. I'm left with a neck that's full of stress and tension. Don't you let me forget to mention that these breaths I beget are reflections, because I have been let down by angels and picked up by devils, and I'm feeling sick from the weather and being tricked by my brethren, and I have been immense, pensive, intensely inventive, hence my side of the fence boasts the most suspense, and this social defense hits like open offense, lifts the ghosts of my henchmen from their bones in the trenches, and I hope you don't mention holy conventions, controlling directives over the growing collectives, unknowingly oppressed into being cold depressives, left old decrepit and still molding their guesses, sold into presses like souls holding hexes, because they have been let down by angels and picked up by devils. That's one. Next one's like a little gritty. I hope that's all right. Papa was a junked up jailbird. Mama was drunk and depressed. So stress? Oh yes, I've got stress. Empty quarts of malt liquor litter my floor. It's such a mess. Burn holes from cigarettes. Riddle my dirty clothes and of course my dried flesh. And yes, I guess I've got no friends. Once again sent packing. Slapped back to the beginning for haplessly sinning. Asking my shattered heart, what's the point in even living if all I'm gonna get is more shame for me to sit in? Once upon a time, I had it all on lockdown. Any wall in my way I could just rock and knock down, but not now. You see, I'm in trouble. I look around and I've found that I am just another dusty piece of rubble on the ground, and I am lost. But for the darkness, I know she remembers my name, and with her in her frost I shall forever remain. Trapped in this hole made of stains, left asking the cold and the pain where the last of my soul remains. She just laughs and evokes the rain, so shackle me, choking ashamed, wrapped up in the yoke of this race, where the only things I'm chasing are the poisons I've tasted. I can't remember my own face, cause some ghost has replaced it as I make my way to the fate of the jaded. But my fate has been slated. My faith has been breaking, cause I shake upon awaken at 5:51. I'm drinking 151. This mistake that I've been making's like a gun upon my tongue. That barrel tastes like freedom, but the ammo is a demon. In the morning I wake screaming, man, what the fuck is this? Thought last night I gave my baby boy his last kiss, said my goodbyes. I want that child to live a good life. He'll be better off without me. I, for one, should know, because my drunken pops was lousy, all screaming and shouting, broken toys and pouting. Mama's head was pounding. She had clumps of missing hair, a broken wrist, and black eyes whimpering. That's what you get for talking back to the big guy. Now it's no surprise. See, apples don't fall far from trees, so it's been kind of hard for me to live a life of harmony. I said it's no surprise. This broken child's been known to cry. Fuck it. I might as well just kick the bucket. Jump off a bridge, just slip my wrists to some dumb shit, cause living ain't no fun when you're a junkie or a drunk. It's running for comforts, trade your morals on a corner for a thumb on that plunger, but you'll never beat that hunger, kid. 10-ton gorilla and it's trying to bring you under. Shit, this ice is thinning, so you know there's no escaping it. So take another sip, or just a little hit. Get yourself off E so you can stand to see your wife and kids. Just remember, in the end, you're not the only one that pays for this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rich. We're going to end the night now with Drip. I just need to set one little thing up, so everybody just sit tight.
is Drip. There's two P's on my name. You can find me on Instagram at the official Drip on all platforms. I'm doing a cover and then an original. I was gonna do two covers, but everybody's like doing original music, so I was like, oh yeah, not you. So I just have to like cue it up. Some lyrics. The first one is see that. Okay. The first one is Burning Blue by Mariah the Scientist. Okay. Thank you. All right. Here we go.
Side by side on
Side
everything.
by side.
Breeds are made for this.
Sorry, commercial break, y'all. Okay, I promise I'm gonna start. I got that blue fever, cold as ice till you came near. You're like another fire-breathing creature, but it don't burn how it appears. It's true, you can make me melt, but don't you forget it if the person you fell for ever do freezes. It's only because you ain't here. Let me switch this karaoke background music. 1 second. Okay. Okay, let's go start. Okay. I got that blue fever, cold as ice till you came near. You're like another fire-breathing creature, but it don't burn how it appears. It's true, you can make me melt, but don't you forget it if the person you fell for ever do freezes. It's only because you ain't here. I can feel it in the air, my clothes wet, dripping everywhere. I'm all wet, and I don't even care as long as you're right here, laying in my bed. I forget what everyone said. I'm all in, and I couldn't care less as long as you're a true leader. And I'll oblige, promise to please ya. But if you open fire, then it's treason, and I'll decide to go out swinging. If you shoot, then you can bet every single dollar and your last few cents, then I will too. And I mean it. Tell me, where do we go from here? I can feel it in the air, my clothes wet, dripping everywhere. I'm all wet, and I don't even care as long as you're right here, laying in my bed. I forget what everyone said. I'm all in, and I couldn't care less as long as you're burning blue, burning blue. Oh, letting it burn, letting it burn. I can feel it in the air, my cold sweat dripping everywhere. I'm all wet, and I don't even care as long as you're right here laying in my bed. I forget what everyone said. I'm all in. I couldn't care less as long as you're burning blue, burning blue. Oh, let it burn, let it burn. Oh. Thank you.
Another commercial break. How y'all doing? Okay, so this one is called You, and it's my song. It's still in the works, but it's coming out eventually.
I've got a confession. You've been on my mind, and I've wanted to say this for some time. When we were together, well, to tell you the truth, I think it felt special, and I think about you. I know that it's over, I know that we're through, but I wanted to say that. Oh, let me get this off of my chest. That's all I wanna do. I want you to know sometimes you cared about my dreams, kissed my insecurities, and complimented me so naturally. For me, you were peace. To you, I was therapy. Honestly, I miss you. I know that we're over, and I know that we're through, but I want to admit that. Let me get this off of my chest. Give me a chance to, 'cause I keep finding myself. I feel you in raindrops caressing my skin. I gaze at the sunrise. You warm me from within. I fall into pieces when your arms pull me close. It's like you're chained to my soul, and I just can't escape you. Now I have a question, one question for you. This might be bold, but do you think about me too? Do you feel the same way? I need to hear the truth, no matter your answer. One thing about you.
my brother played the keys, so I'm just giving him his moment.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Drip, and thank you to everybody who performed tonight. It was such a wonderful night of music, and you should all be very, very proud. I hope you all get home safe and have a good rest of your evenings.